Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. I think Varley wants to say hello as well. I wanted to take you around with my next couple of days. Today is actually rest day, but I want to show you how my habits and my routine is changing, because I feel like a lot of people fall off track in the winter. A lot of people struggle to stay consistent with their goals, with quitting binge eating, with fat loss goals in the winter, which is so understandable. And there's actually a stat, I put this on my Instagram, so I'm going to actually share it here, but there's actually a study that does show that binging increases in the winter. So if you're feeling like you're more hungry now it's colder, you're more inclined to eat more snacks in the evening, maybe you feel a bit more tired, a bit more stressed, maybe those emotions are heightened because Christmas is around the corner and they are your binging triggers, then firstly you're not alone, and secondly you can do something about it. And that's kind of why I'm doing this video, because I wanted to help as many of you as possible, of course, as always the goal. So the next couple of days I'm going to take you around with my routine. Let's just get straight into it and show you exactly what I'm doing to maneuver things so that I can still stay fit and healthy in the winter. I had just got back from a walk. It was very wet so I couldn't film, but essentially I will always start my walking day earlier. So what is the time for reference? It's 8:06 and I probably went out about 10 to, so I've been out about 20 minutes, which was quite a long time considering my dog did not want to go. But yeah, so I always start my walking day earlier because obviously it gets darker earlier now, so I'll get to bed earlier, which means I have to watch episode the next day, which I'm not happy about, but I have to do these things for my own health and fitness, so that's what we do, which is actually quite nice, and you can spend the evening like watching it and it's not really late. And yeah, I just really do like doing that. And the reason why I do that is because then I start work at 9, so it just makes sure that I've got up, I've got ready. If I go to the gym, I go to the gym, which I'll show you tomorrow, and I've got the dog walk in all before 9, so I don't feel like I hate a rushed morning. So I'd much prefer to get up earlier, have like a coffee in bed, just like chill for a minute, just let myself wake up, and then I get up. So today I actually woke up way too early today, but I woke up at 5. I think it's just because I went to bed really early, so yeah. Anyway, but that is what I do for habit 1, which is steps. It's currently 8:16 in Lucy's house. Sorry, I've tried to be like Big Brother. I have breakfast. Now, it's 8:15 and this is what I have on rest day. I don't eat this early on workout day because working out suppresses my appetite. So, this is a nice and early snack, nice and early breakfast. I have had 3 biscuits as well, my coffee at 6 AM, so this is a little bit of a shorter eating window because I've gone from a snack to a meal. You might be thinking, well, why am I talking about eating windows? Why am I talking about what I'm eating? Like, why am I going into so much detail? Now, girls, my biggest trigger was stress and was boredom eating and was loneliness as well. So if I get myself too hungry, when any of those emotions start to come into play, like stress or, yeah, boredom, whenever that is in the day, it can be at any time, it's so unpredictable, the first thing I will resort to is food. I'm like, I need food to resolve this, and if I'm feeling a little bit hungry, then that's why I would do that. The reason why I keep those eating windows, I have eating windows for starters, is so that I don't then binge in the evening, because, you know, like I said, any trigger of those emotions can then make me want to eat loads of stuff and no. And then it will make my blood sugar spike, and then I'll binge in the evening, basically. The dog wants to say hello, so let's just bring him up to join the meeting of binge eating. And then, yeah, this is my breakfast. There we go, you can see there. Sorry, my storage went. But yeah, with my meals, I will always make sure that I've got protein, carbs, fats, and micronutrients in there. The reason being, it's going to keep me full for longer, it's going to suppress my appetite, and it's just going to make me just have energy and feel good. And that's something I really wanted to talk to you guys about in this video, because it's so easy to be like, oh, I'll just eat that. Okay, but is that gonna make you feel good in 2 hours time? No, let's just be strategic about these things. And that's what I'm talking about with my clients as well. And we're like creating these meals for them, and you know, I'll go into their like meal plan and see what they've been eating. By the way, I don't set meal plans, but I go into their food, I see what they've been eating, and then I will help them and accompany them through what they have been already having to make sure that they are getting enough of each macro and micronutrient in. Not to even mention the fact that if you get every micronutrient in, it's going to give you enough fibre, so it means you're going to go to the toilet more frequently. It means you're going to have more healthy gut because you've got more healthy bacteria going in there. There's so many other things that I could sit and lift off, but they are just 2 of the things that are really, really vital when it comes to eating and making sure you're eating the right, not only amounts, but also the right foods. So that is why I'm having this breakfast, and also I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat it. So then when I go to work, I'm not like sitting there twiddling my thumbs, because I used to fast until like, I think it was like, oh my god, look at that bit of honey. I used to fast until 12, so yeah, sometimes 1 actually. So this is key for me, especially on rest day. So something I do to make things a little bit easier for myself, to make sure I stay in routine when it's dark and it's cold, is I eat in eating windows, and I make sure I'm eating all the micro and macronutrients. Cheers. Hello everybody, it is lunchtime. So I have got on the menu today for lunch, I don't know if I had this in my last videos that I did, I can't remember, but I do repeat this meal a lot because I love it. Another hack if you want to not binge and not feel overwhelmed in the week, keep your meals similar, girls. Honestly, what's that saying, when it's not broke, don't try and fix it. We've got eggs, we've got chopped tomatoes, but I don't know where they are. Oh, I need to get a fresh tin out. Okay, we've got a fresh tin of chopped tomatoes. I've got so many chopped tomatoes, and when you double buy something, I'm like, really shouldn't have done that. I will be using Fry Light, whatever that is. There it is. Fry Light, done. I'll be using herbs. I will be using Himalayan salt. And the other thing for my fats, I will be using Buddha butter, and I will be using, oh my god, I've run out. Luckily I've got this one. I'll be using sourdough bread. So I'm doing a shakshuka. Oh god, I love this meal. I love this meal so much. It fills me up, it's cozy, it's hearty, and that leads me on to my next tip, ladies and gentlemen. My next tip, let me put you there. The next thing I was going to say to you, now I've got you in a sturdy position, is something that I do in the winter especially, is I add hearty meals into my diet. So things that I love, and I try and eat things that can make me feel like cozy and comforted, because one of my biggest binging triggers was boredom and not feeling comforted in the food that I was eating. So I know that if I eat those foods, it's just going to prevent me. It's not necessarily going to stop me from doing it, but it's going to make me not even think about it, because I'm already feeling satisfied with my choices because they're cozy and hearty. You know, like, I don't know if you see like those videos on TikTok, and it's like someone will be having like I was going to say an orange soup, because it does look orange, but it's like that tomato soup, and they get a cheese and ham sandwich and they dip it in. That is how this meal makes me feel. So yeah, the bread is the hearty part of that meal, which many people would be like, you can't eat bread if you want to lose weight and, you know, quit binge eating and all the rest of it. You can. Don't listen. They clearly don't know what they're talking about if they're saying that you can't eat bread, and that is all I'm going to say on the matter. But I've been seeing it a lot at the minute, especially on TikTok, and it's not true. So if you want stuff that is true, follow my page, subscribe to me, and I'll tell you, girl. I'll tell you what you need to know. But yeah, anyway, a little bit of bread, 80 grams. Not bad, is it? 80 grams. And I do have 2 slices, yes, because 1 slice is not enough. They say to me, are you allowed to eat carbs on a diet? I'm like, yeah, because this is how it makes me feel, really. Well, there's this. Makes me feel like this. Makes me feel all excited. I love it. Does anyone else eat as they cook? Oh. Okay, here it is. Ta-da! Do you know what? Disclaimer. I didn't actually cook this for long enough, but I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, I need to eat this now. There's way too much juice. Normally it soaks it up a little bit more, guys, I'll be honest, but you know, needs must. It's cooked, it's fine. All you do is really heat up the chopped tomatoes, and then this is my bread. But remember, I did eat another piece, so this is the hearty part of the meal that I do in the winter. Packed with the protein, carbs, protein, egg. Micronutrients is the pepper inside with the tomatoes, and then I'll bulk up my dinner even more with veg, which I'll show you later. Hello everybody, welcome to day 2 of my little video this week. Oh my god, my cheeks are so cold. You know when you've been outside and you're so cold, you come indoors and your skin like burns. Like, I feel like I've got like sunburn, but like cold version, not hot. But having said that, I actually love that fresh face feeling. It's so nice. We've just been for a nice 40-minute walk, and look at this sky. Right guys, look at that sunshine. I mean, I'm not so happy with the fact that you can see all the smears in my window, but yeah, the sun is actually beaming through. You love the sun, Don. You love the sun, darling, don't you? So anyway, it is early in the morning. I am actually waiting a bit later, so on a Thursday I have some calls in the morning, so I go to the gym a little bit later. But I wanted to take you along with today because it does differ a little bit in terms of what I do in my habits compared to rest day. Something I do in the winter which is different to help me get my water intake in is I have hot squash. Honestly, it changes the game. Like kettle water with a little bit of cold put in, so you can like drink it straight away. Oh, so nice. And yeah, it really does help. And sometimes I'd fill up this as well. This stand is actually new, but I had a water bottle prior to getting this one, so I'd always fill it out with hot squash, and it helps girls so much. About you, but I don't want an ice cold drink when it's ice cold outside. So that's what I do when it comes to squash. Something else I actually wanted to mention that I do as well is in the winter I typically try and put honey and ginger in my meals. The reason being is because it really helps prevent any sore throats, or if you do get a sore throat, it helps just to basically get rid of it. So that's something that I do. And my other thing to not get ill as well is probiotics. Oh my god, 10 out of 10. You really need a healthy gut in the winter more than anything, all year round, but obviously specifically in the winter with all the colds and stuff and viruses and flus going around. So probiotics puts that healthy bacteria in your gut. If anyone wants me to link a probiotic, comment below and I'll send it to you, or put it in the show description or something. Or yeah, so probiotics as well. Anyway, we're gonna crack on. We've got some editing to do, Bob, haven't we? Yeah, and then my calls, and then I'll catch you when I go to the gym. And my tips, my loves, I'll be honest, it is a few days later and I'm just signing this off to get this out to you today. But yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.